Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Arcadia High School. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the 2013 Cleats Classic Invitational and a pool game today featuring the IMG Academy from Bradenton, Florida, and the Arcadia Titans, the host school on the field here today in this pool game. IMG playing their first game of the tournament, Arcadia in their second, as we're underway with Carter Hodge, the second baseman, leading off for IMG. And he's up there with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Hodge leads off and plays second base. And the 1-1 pitch. And that's hit foul and out of play on the first base side. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Carter Hodge leads off for IMG Academy. Tyler Biggs will bat second and catch. Brett Hanowich, the pitcher, hits third. Manny Ramirez in a cleanup spot at first base. Andrew Delacqua in left field, the number 5 hitter. Jorge Davila bats sixth and plays third base. And a fly ball into right field. That's playable out there. And it's put away for the first out as Hodge is retired.
Now batting number 22, Tyler Biggs.
And that brings up Tyler Biggs, but to get through the rest of the IMG lineup, I mentioned Davila batting sixth at third base. Mitchell Gallagher, the shortstop, hits seventh. Jackson Murphy, the right fielder, is in the 8th spot. And the number 9 hitter is the center fielder, Cameron Scott. Chris Paulson starts today for Arcadia. And his first one to Biggs is outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch. Popped up, foul territory, first base side, and it drops for a foul ball, and the count goes to 1-1. The defense for Arcadia, Luke Pine is in left field, Jimmy Roran plays center field, and Alex Reynolds is in right field. Josh Arndt plays third base, Tyler Murphy's the shortstop, Luis Martinez at second, and Ryan Dobrik at first base, Sam Huff catching Chris Paulson. The 1-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 out, base is empty, just underway, top of the first inning from Arcadia. And the 1-2. On the inside corner for a called third strike. And Biggs is the second out of the inning, first strikeout for Paulson.
Now batting
And
number
with 2 outs,
Brett
the batter
Hanowich.
is Brett Hanowich. And the first one to Hanowich misses for ball 1. IMG comes in with an overall record of 2 wins and 6 losses. Arcadia now 4-5 after the pool win earlier today, as that's over for a strike. Arcadia beat Tucson High School 14-2 in 5 innings in the game right before this one. The 1-1 pitch. And that one's foul to the backstop, and it's 1-2. Well, this has been the out pitch for Paulson. He retired each of the first 2 hitters on a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And now he's got Hanowich 1-2. And the pitch, not going to get him there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paulson been at the waist as Huff goes through the signs. And the 2-2 pitch. Close, but called a ball, and that runs the count full. Manny Ramirez next for IMG. And the 3-2 over the inside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Paulson. 3 up, 3 down goes IMG in the first. After a half inning, it's IMG nothing, and Arcadia coming up. Jimmy Roran leads off for Arcadia in the bottom of the first inning. And he takes the first one low for ball one from Brett Hanowich. Hanowich ready into the wind and the 1-0 pitch. That's bounced in there, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So Roran leads off in center field. Josh Arndt bats second and plays third base. Hitting third is the designated hitter, Max Schumann. Tyler Murphy, the cleanup hitter, plays shortstop. The number 5 hitter, the left fielder, Luke Pine. Then Sam Huff, the catcher, hits sixth. Ryan Delbrick at first base bats seventh. The number 8 hitter, the right fielder, Alex Reynolds. And Luis Martinez, the second baseman, bats ninth for the Titans. The 2-0 pitch. And a fastball over for a strike, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. It's fouled off, and it's 2-2. IMG went up and down in order in the top of the first inning. Jimmy Roran, the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first for Arcadia. The 2-2 pitch. And the breaking ball misses, and it's 3-2. And a 3-2. And a swing and a miss. And Roran is out on strikes. One away in the Titan
Now
first
batting
inning, and the
number
batter is
14,
Josh Arndt.
Arndt.
The defense for IMG, Delacqua, Scott, and Murphy in the outfield. Let me give you the rest here in a moment as the first one to Arndt is low for ball one. It's Davia at third, Gallagher at short, Hodge at second, Ramirez at first. Pitch a strike, and it's 1-1. And Biggs catching for Hanowich. The 1-1 pitch. Misses for a ball, and it's 2-1. Base is empty with 1 out, home half of the first inning, and no score. And the wind and the 2-1. Low, and it's 3-1. Back to the wind of the 3-1 pitch. At that he's a strike, and it's 3-2. Arndt back in there, 3-2 pitch, and that's, oh, I thought that was outside, but over the outside corner, near it anyway, for a called third strike.
Now batting number 5, Max Schumann.
And there's 2 away for Max Schumann. Ground ball foul, first base side. Now the wind and the 0-1. Yeah, that's a swing and a foul ball, and it's 0-2. Hanowich back to it, and the 2-strike pitch. That one bounced in there at 91 miles an hour as Hanowich tried to bump it up there a little more, throwing easily in the upper 80s. And I think that might have got a piece of the plate umpire, and so Biggs is out to talk to Hanowich. And a breaking ball outside, 2-2 to Max Schumann. 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the first inning and no score. 2-2 is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hanowich has gone full to all 3 hitters so far. And another called third strike. And Hanowich strikes out this side after 1 inning of play. There's no score. Manny Ramirez leads off for IMG in the 2nd inning. Took that first pitch outside for a ball. And the next one outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Chris Paulson out there starting it for Arcadia. 0-1 on the season, making his 4th appearance of the year as it's a 2-0 pitch fouled off, and it's 2-1. Paulson with an earned run average of 14 through the early going. 6 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed, 7 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The 2-1 pitch off the handle and fouled back out of play. Two and 2 on Ramirez. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for IMG in the 2nd. And the 2-2. Near the outside corner for a called third strike. And Ramirez the first out in the 2nd inning. One away in the IMG 2nd inning. Now Andrew DeLocke. Yeah, the first one at the knees for a strike. Chris Paulson, 3 strikeouts through the first 4 hitters. And the 1 strike. That's outside, and it's 1-1. Well, they got 2-0 on the scoreboard, but I think the first pitch was a strike. Paulson, the senior left-hander, looking in now, ready in the pitch. And that ball hit well out to center field. And it's off the, maybe off the scoreboard, and a solo home run for Andrew DeLacqua, and IMG has a run in the top of the 2nd inning, and they lead 1-0. That is, I think, what you'd say a smaller ballpark at the high school level, and it's, you know, Arcadia High School's been around for quite a while here in, I guess, kind of East Phoenix. It's in the Scottsdale School District, but they put the baseball field where they've got room for it, and particularly in left field, just 310 down the left field line, although there is a tall fence out there in left to try to hit it over. But I think that's how they got it to 310, was to put that double-decker fence out there, and a high little pop-up over there on the right side, and a diving catch by Martinez as he takes care of the pop-up from Jorge De Villa.
Now batting number 15.
And there's
Mitchell
2 away for
Gallagher.
Mitchell Gallagher. But it's 310 down the left field line. It's 314 down the line in right. 356 in left center field, 348 in right center, and 365 to straightaway center field. That ball went out at about the just to the right of the 356 mark, which is also where the big scoreboard is here at Arcadia. The first one to Gallagher, low and away, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, and that's over for a strike. The 1-1. And a hard hit ground ball, and that's through the hole and into left field for a base hit. Gallagher with a single. 2nd hit of the inning for IMG, and with Gallagher aboard at first base and 2 outs, the batter is Jackson Murphy.
Now batting number 20, Jackson Murphy.
IMG leading 1-0. As we play in the top of the second inning. We have the pitch over for a strike to Murphy. Now the set from Paulson as he checks to first base. He'll step and throw that way. Oh, they had the runner leaning and the ball thrown away. Actually, it looked like it might not have been too bad of a throw over there, and Dobrik didn't handle it. Either way, it's an error, and Gallagher goes to second base. So now runner in scoring position with 2 outs. A 1-strike count on Jackson Murphy, the IMG right fielder. There's a look back to second in the pitch. And that's over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 0-2. Look back at second in the pitch is fouled off on the right side. Gallagher with the lead off second base as Paulson sets. That ball hit well and out to center field. Going back, and this one is out. Nothing Roaring could do about that one as this one leaves the yard in center field. Second home run of the inning for IMG. Jackson Murphy with a 2-run shot. And it's 3-0 IMG in the top of the second. And the batter is Cameron Scott. Now the stats that we got off the Max Preps website for IMG, team came in batting just .219 on the season, and they had not homered through their first 8 games. In fact, just 8 extra base hits, 7 doubles and a triple, and 5 of those belong to Manny Ramirez. There's a hard hit ground ball out to short, picked up by Murphy. And he throws late and actually pulled Dobrik off the bag.
Now batting number 8, Carter Hodge.
I'm going to call that an E6. Scott aboard at first base. Back to the top of the order for Carter Hodge, who hit a fly ball to right field to start the ball game. And he takes the first one outside for ball 1. Hodge came in batting .214 with a double. And a line drive, but right at the second baseman Martinez, who puts it away. And the inning is over. 2 home runs in the inning for IMG. A solo shot from Delacqua, 2-run homer from Jackson Murphy. And after an inning and a half, IMG leads Arcadia 3-0. Tyler Murphy, the leadoff hitter for Arcadia in the bottom of the second. And he takes low and inside for ball 1. Titans just looking to try to put the bat on the ball here after 3 strikeouts in the first inning. And the count goes to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch misses. 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. And that's bounced in there. So after the strikeouts in the first inning, now a 4-pitch walk to Tyler Murphy in the bottom of the second.
Now
And the batter is
number
Luke Pine.
11, Luke Pine.
Hanwich sets. And a curveball over for a strike to Luke Pine. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. Titans trail 3-0. Turn and a throw to first base, but Murphy is back standing. Hanowich with a 1-strike pitch. And that misses for a ball. And it's 1-1. As I mentioned before, Arcadia 1-0 in pool play as they beat Tucson High School 14-2 earlier today. That one finished in 5 innings. And there's a ground ball over to third. Villa to second base for the out, on to first base, and a double play. As IMG throws it around the horn, 5-4-3. Double play to erase the base runner, and now with 2 outs and the bases empty, the batter is Sam Huff. IMG playing in their first pool game. They'll stay right here at Arcadia, and they'll play under the lights tonight. A 7 o'clock start, scheduled for 7 anyway, when IMG will face Williams Field from Gilbert, Arizona. And the first 1-2 Huff inside for a ball. The 1-0. That's low. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0. Cold strike. Makes it 2-1. 3-0 IMG. They got 3 in the top of the second inning. And the 2-1. Inside. 3-1. And the pitch at the knees, a strike, and it's 3-2. And a chopper hits off the plate to Hanowich. And he'll throw to Ramirez at first base. The ground out ends the inning, and Arcadia is quiet in the second after 2. Arcadia trails IMG 3-0. Tyler Biggs, the leadoff hitter for IMG in the third, and he takes strike 1. The 0-1. It's way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next one misses. 2 balls and a strike. Biggs, Hanowich, Ramirez in the third for IMG. And the next one misses. 3-1. And now a swing and a miss, and it's 3-2. Biggs called out on strikes his first time up. Came in batting .250 with a couple of RBI. And the pitch fouled off. And a ground ball, foul outside of third base. 3-2 on Biggs with Hanowich next for IMG. Paulson with the 3-2. And a slow ground ball. Murphy charges, fires onto first base. And Biggs is retired. 6-3 on the ground out. Murphy was going to have to hurry it short, and he did. He came in charging hard and threw all in one motion over there to first base. So Biggs retired. Brett Hanowich at the plate. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Batting 174 with a double and 2 RBI. There's Paulson ready, the 1-0 pitch. And a pop-up first base side. That'll get out of play. One ball, one strike, 1 out, base is empty. In the top of the third, 3-0 IMG. The 1-1. That's outside, 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1. It's outside for ball 3, 3-1. Here's Paulson ready again, and the 3-1 pitch. On the inside corner, a strike, and that runs the count full. And a ball into shallow right field, but going back to second baseman Martinez makes the catch over the shoulder. And there's 2 outs for Manny Ramirez. I mentioned Ramirez has a good portion of the extra base hits for IMG, at least coming into today. He came in batting .350 with 4 doubles, a triple, and 1 RBI. And Paulson misses high with the first pitch for ball 1. The 1-0. And that misses for ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2 outs and the base is empty in the top of the third. Pool game number 1 for IMG. Pool game number 2 for Arcadia as they won earlier today. The 2-0 pitch. That's bounced in and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes on Ramirez. And it's a 4-pitch walk as Ramirez goes to first.
Now batting number 25,
2-out base runner for IMG. Andrew Delacqua, who had the solo home run in the second. And the first one at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Delacqua, .333 average on the season with 7 RBI. And a throw to first base by Ramirez back. Here's Paulson with the set. Ramirez goes. The pitch misses. The throw is going to sail into center field. And Ramirez will stay put at second base, but in there with a steal. And he's in scoring position as the count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Paulson, the left-hander, looking in. Now set as he checks to second in the pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. And the 1-2. And the ball goes the other way and into right field for a base hit. Ramirez is going to be waved around third base. The throw cut off, and the relay not in time. And it's an RBI single. Delacqua with his second RBI.
Now batting number 33, Jorge Davila.
As Ramirez scores to make it 4-0 IMG in the third. And the batter is Jorge Davila. Davila batting 125 on the year with an RBI. Popped out to Martinez at second base his first time up. Hits a ground ball into the hole at short. Murphy sets his feet and throws to first base. And that's in time to retire the side. But a 2-out walk is cashed in by the IMG Academy. They get a run on 1 hit and they leave 1 after 2.5. It's IMG 4 and Arcadia nothing. Bottom third of the order for the Titans in the third inning as Ryan Delbruck takes ball 1. And which has faced the minimum through 2. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. You walked the leadoff hitter in the second inning, but then 5-4-3 double play erased the base runner. And the pitch fouled out of play on the left side. The 1-2. And another one fouled off. Alex Reynolds next for the Titans. Yanowich with the 1-2. And a breaking ball. Pretty pitch there. Snaps over the plate, and Delbruck not able to pull the trigger. And that's the first out in the Titans' third inning. And the batter is Alex Reynolds. And the first one of Reynolds bounced in there for ball 1. Yanowich 1-2 on the season, making his 4th appearance, an ERA of 1.65. The next one is low, 2-0. Yanowich has thrown 17 innings for IMG. He's allowed 13 hits, 12 walks, 18 strikeouts. On the inside corner, a strike, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. And Yanowich asked for a new baseball, and they don't have any more right now. Waiting for one to come in from somewhere, and Arcadia gets one in. 4-0 the score here in the bottom of the third from Arcadia High School. And the 3-1. On the inside corner, a strike, and the count's full. This is the 8th hitter Yanowich has faced. It's the 5th hitter that he's gone to a full count with. And a swing and a miss. Reynolds strikes out for out number 2.
Now batting number 20, Luis Martinez.
And Luis Martinez, the number 9 hitter in the Titans order. Trying to become a 2-out base runner and get back to the top of the order here in the third. He shortens the bunt. The back foot slips out as he puts the bunt straight back to Yanowich, and an easy throw onto first base. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning, And after 3, Arcadia trails IMG 4-0. Bottom third of the order for IMG in the top of the 4th as Mitchell Gallagher takes low for a ball. Gallagher came in batting .214 with a double and 4 RBI. And the next one bounced in, and it's ball 2, 2-0. Gallagher with a single and a run his first time up. Now Paulson with the 2-0. And a fly ball into shallow center, and that's going to bounce in front of Rohr, and he took a couple of steps back before charging in hard and not able to recover. It's down in front of him for a leadoff single,
20,
and the batter is Jackson Murphy. Murphy with a 2-run home run his last time up. And time called. And the first one of Murphy bounces in, ball 1. Now the top 3 in the IMG order 0 for 6, but better through the middle part of the order for sure, and then even down toward the bottom here, Gallagher 2 for 2, and Murphy with the home run his first time. Takes outside, and it's 2-0. Four nothing our score as we play in the top of the 4th. And the throw to first, and the runner back. Of course, the entire makeup of the tournament changed because of the cancellation of games on Saturday. The entire tournament rained out because of heavy rains in the Phoenix area Friday night and overnight even into Saturday morning. So the count is now 3-0. But a whole bunch of games scheduled for Saturday that again, those games washed out, so now every team is playing 2 games today and 2 tomorrow. As that one to Murphy is high for ball 4, and now 2 aboard with nobody out for Cameron Scott.
Now batting number 11, Cameron Scott.
Scott hitting 167. Coming into this one, he reached on an error his first time up. And Scott had squared the bunt, takes the pitch for ball 1. Scott looking down to the third base box for a sign. Now back in and ready as Paulson sets. Showing bunt early here. And he takes, the runners go. The throw goes to third base and out at third on the double steal. And Huff throws out Gallagher 2-5 on the caught stealing for the first down. Murphy followed and got himself in a scoring position at second. And a pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1 on Cameron Scott, the IMG center fielder. The 2-1 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. IMG with 3 runs in the top of the second, 1 in the top of the third. 4-0 our score. And a pop-up on the right side. Martinez, a few steps back out of the outfield grass, has it for out number 2. And it's back to the top of the IMG order for Carter Hodge. Hodge with a fly ball to right field and a line out to second in his 2 at-bats.
Batting number 8, Carter Hodge.
Runner at second base with 2 outs. And the first one to Hodge is outside for ball 1. One more game tonight as IMG will stay right here at Arcadia and play one more as they will face Williams Field. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And that's off the end of the bat. It fouled off on the right side, and it's 1-1. And Paulson ready again with the 1-1 pitch. And that's off the end of the bat and into shallow left center field. Murphy waved around. He will score. And it's an RBI single for Carter Hodge, and it's 5-0 IMG.
Now batting number 22, Tyler Biggs.
Now Tyler Biggs for IMG. Biggs called out on strikes in the first. He grounded out in the third. And throw to first as Hodge gets back. And the pitch to Biggs is low for ball 1. It was a 3-up, 3-down first inning for IMG, but since then a lot of base runners, and they put some runs up. They've scored 5 times. The next one outside, and it's 2-0. Next pitch outside, 3 balls and no strikes. IMG will face Tucson High and Scottsdale Chaparral tomorrow. Arcadia will have Williams Field and Chaparral in the 2 later games tomorrow as the next one is low, and that's ball 4. So Biggs walks. Second walk of the inning given up by Paulson, and his 3rd overall. And now we'll face Brett Hanowich. 2 hits and 2 walks in the inning for IMG, and they have a run in the 4th, and a timeout is called. We play in the 4th. 5-0 IMG. They run a back pick over to first base. And the runner back. Hanowich in there and ready. And the first pitch high for ball 1. Hanowich called out on strikes in the first. Popped out to Martinez at second base in the 3rd. Now Paulson with the set and the 1-0. And a fly ball to center field. And Roran is there. After a few steps to his right, he makes the catch. And the side retired. IMG adds another one in the fourth. Midpoint of the ball game, IMG 5, Arcadia nothing. Jimmy Roran in for Arcadia in the bottom of the fourth inning, and he takes strike one. Roran, Arndt, and Schumann for the Titans in the bottom of the fourth. In Arcadia, just looking to get base runners, and there's a ball hit over the head of the first baseman Ramirez and down into right field. And a big turnaround first, and Roran blew a tire. I don't know if he slipped on the bag or just on the soft dirt near it, but he had double on his mind right off the get-go there and had to get back to first base after he fell going around the bag. So Roran aboard at first, the first hit of the ball game for Arcadia. Their only other base runner, leadoff walk in the second, but that runner retired on a ground ball double play. Now Josh Arndt. And Arndt takes strike one. Arndt called out on strikes his first time up. The 0-1. And a ground ball hit slowly on the right side. Bobbled by Hodge, but he recovers and throws to first. A 4-3 ground out retires Arndt as Roran goes to second base. And the batter is Max Schumann. Schumann called out on strikes his first time up. And an off-speed pitch misses for ball one. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the fourth. Arcadia trailing IMG 5-0. First base runner to get into scoring position for the Titans as Schumann swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Schumann in from the left side, ready here. A spin back and a throw to second base, but Roran back well ahead of the tag. Tyler Murphy next for the Titans. The 1-1 pitch. Down the left field line, slicing, and that'll be well foul. And it goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Max Schumann. IMG 3 runs in the second inning, then they added single runs in the third, and again in the top of the fourth. And that's where we're at here at the bottom of the fourth, 5-0 IMG. And a ground ball. Gallagher, the shortstop, gets rid of it in a hurry to Ramirez. A 6-3 ground out for the second out of the inning as Roran goes to third base. And the batter is Tyler Murphy.
Tyler Murphy.
Murphy walked to lead off the second. And takes a breaking ball for ball one. Anwich with the 1-0. On the inside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's bounced in, and well, now they might have the runner hung up. They're not able to throw behind over there at third base. Biggs did a good job to keep that ball right near him. Roran trying to take advantage there. Got a big secondary headed down the line, and then saw that it was so close to Biggs that he had to hurry back to third. Biggs threw to third base, and Davia, I think, fortunate just to even pick it up. It's a tough sun right now for the third baseman and the left fielder. And that pitch is low, and it's 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. It's inside, and it's ball 4. Murphy walked for the second time. And the batter is Luke
Now
Pine.
batting number 11, Luke Pine.
Pine bounced into a 5-4-3 double play in the second inning. Pine ready as Hanowich sets, and the first pitch on the way. And it's low, ball 1. That's at 90 miles an hour, so Hanowich still staying right up there with the velocity. The 1-0 pitch. And a fly ball. That's in shallow center field, and that's going to bounce in front of Scott, and then a throw on to third base, and that's not close over there at third at all as Murphy is thrown out. It is an RBI single for Luke Pine, and the Titans are on the board in the bottom of the 4th inning, but then Murphy thrown out to end inning number 4 after 4 Arcadia on the board trailing IMG 5-1. Middle third of the order for IMG in the 5th inning as Manny Ramirez leads off. And going after the first one, fouls it off for strike 1. Arcadia goes to the bullpen as Ethan Smith is on to pitch. Smith no record on the season, an ERA of 9, making his 3rd appearance. And a pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. 2 1/3 innings pitched for Smith, 4 hits allowed, 3 walks. The 0-2. Ramirez gets just a piece to stay alive. The unofficial line then for Chris Paulson, 4 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 5 runs all earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Another 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And Ramirez out on strikes.
Now batting number 25, Andrew Delacroix.
One out with the bases empty in the top of the 5th inning for IMG as they lead 5-1. And the first pitch outside and low for ball 1. The line of the 1-0. And a high fly ball. Roaring over to his right, now back, and at the warning track makes the catch to take maybe a hit away there from Andrew Delacroix. So 2 batters and 2 outs in the IMG 5th inning. And the first pitch, and this is for ball 1 to Jorge Davila. Ball fouled out of play on the right side, and it's 1-1. Jorge 0 for 2 today, a pop out and a ground out. And the 1-1. That's inside, 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1. And a comebacker, but off the thumb of the glove for Smith, and no play at first base. And E1.
Now batting number 15,
Keeps the inning alive
Mitchell
for
Gallagher.
IMG. And the batter is Mitchell Gallagher, has a couple of base hits today. And that bounces in and goes all the way to the backstop, and that will allow the runner to go to second base on the wild pitch. One ball, no strikes on Gallagher. Smith with the pitch. And it's at the knees, a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Bounced in there, 2-1. The 2-1 fouled off. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. A runner at second with 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. IMG Academy leading Arcadia 5-1. A look back in the 2-2 pitch, and a ground ball rolled foul on the third base side. Now the set and another 2-2 pitch. And a tapper on the third base side. Picked up by Smith, and the throw to first not in time. That'll be an infield hit.
Now batting number 20,
Kind of a swinging bunt there. Gallagher took a full swing, but just didn't get much on it. And it rolled slowly on the third base side. Smith had to field. And the throw to first was late. So now first and third with 2 outs for Jackson Murphy. Murphy with a 2-run home run in the second and a walk in the fourth. Also came around to score. And the first one up and in. Murphy has to duck under it. Five-1 our score in the top of the 5th inning. The 1-0. And that's fouled back and out of play. Out of baseballs again here as bring in one from the IMG side and maybe a couple of new ones from Arcadia. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Murphy with 2 on and 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And that one up and in, and that one hits Murphy. Gallagher took off from first base, but nothing that Murphy could do. That one got on him in a hurry. And that loads the bases with 2 outs for Cameron Scott. But first, an Arcadia timeout. We play in the top of the 5th. It's 5-1. Cameron Scott bats with the bases loaded in the 5th. Going after the first pitch and a ground ball. And that's going to sneak through and into left field. And that's going to be a 2-run single for Scott. And it's 7-1 IMG. Again, not a very hard hit ball, but just out of the reach of the third baseman Arndt and into left field. Mila scored easily, and Gallagher, as it turned out, scored pretty easily as well, but he was motoring around from second base to get in there. So Murphy at second and Scott at first. 2 runs in for IMG in the 5th, and the batter Carter Hodge. And Hodge takes a strike. Carter had a base hit his last time up, an RBI single in fact, and he sits at 1 for 3 on the day. The 0-1. It's outside. And Huff does a good job to keep that one from going to the backstop, and it counts 1-1. Two on with 2 outs, 2 runs in for IMG in the 5th. Pick off back to second base, but Murphy gets back. The 1-1, and a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Now the first 5 runs for IMG all earned, the 2 in this inning unearned. As Smith came on, got a strikeout and a fly ball to the first 2 hitters, and then got a ground ball right back to him that went off his glove. The next one high, and it's 2-2. So it's been an error, single, hit batter, and a 2-run single. The 2-2. And a fly ball to center field. Roaring back. And he's there for the catch in the final out of the 5th inning. But IMG adds 2 more in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's IMG 7 and Arcadia 1. 6, 7, and 8 on the order for Arcadia. As Sam Huff takes a strike in the outside corner. Huff, Delbrick, and Reynolds in the 5th. Pitch fouled off, and it's 0-2. Now the 2-strike pitch. And on the appeal, Huff went around.
Now batting number 6, Ryan Dobrik.
Now Ryan Delbrick. The first one low for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch. That's way outside, and it's 1-1. I said 1-1. 2 balls and no strikes to count. I beg your pardon. 1 out, and the base is empty in the 5th. Anowich back to the line of the 2-0. That's outside. 3-0. Delbrick called out on strikes his first time up. And a fastball, and that's high for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Delbrick, and the batter is Alex Reynolds.
Now batting number 15, Alex Reynolds.
The first one at the knees, a strike to Reynolds, who struck out swinging his first time up. The 1-1, the 0-1 rather. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 on and 1 out at the bottom of the 5th inning. Titans trailing 7-1. And excuse me, swing there for Reynolds as he goes around, and it's 1-2. Delbrick with the lead off first base. Hanowich sets. The 1-2 pitch. That's wide and off the glove of Biggs, and Delbrick will go to second base on the wild pitch. Pitch fouled off. Still 2-2 on Reynolds. Luis Martinez next for the Titans. And the 2-2 hits Reynolds. And you can see him grimace as he turned back to face those of us back here in the grandstand. You can see that grimace on his face, but he's aboard at first. And the batter is Luis Martinez. Two on with one out. Titans trying to make a little noise here in the bottom of the fifth inning, trailing 7-1. And Martinez with a swing and a miss. He had a comebacker to end the third inning. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes that count. When that foul ball went off, I think the mask of the plate umpire went all the way up over the backstop. The 0-2. Over the outside corner for a called third strike. And Martinez, the second out in the Arcadia fifth.
19, Jimmy Roran.
Second strikeout of the inning, the 7th of the ball game for Hanowich. And the batter, Jimmy Roran. First one to Roran, misses for a ball. Jimmy had a base hit and scored his last time up. Came in batting .429. 2 doubles, 5 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. And a ground ball just outside of the bag at third. And the count's 1-1. One and one to count on Roran. 2 aboard with 2 outs in the Titan half of the fifth inning. 7-1 our score. The set from Hanowich in the 1-1. Pulled the string there, and it's 1-2. Check back to second of the 1-2 pitch. And a fastball near the outside corner, a called third strike. And that'll do it for the Titans in the fifth. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a hit batter, 2 left. Through 5, Arcadia trails IMG 7-1. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for IMG in the top of the sixth inning. Tyler Biggs with a swing and a foul tip for a strike. Now the 0-1. And a ground ball, foul. Just wide of the bag at third. And it's 0-2. Biggs 0 for 2 with a walk today. Again, Arcadia playing their second and I guess final pool game of the day.
Ground ball hits just past the second baseman Martinez and into center field. Biggs with a base hit to start the IMG sixth inning. And the batter, Brett Hanowich, but first a courtesy runner as Marshall Smith runs at first base. Hanowich 0 for 3 and takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. IMG will stay right here at Arcadia, play one more game tonight as they will face the Williams Field Blackhawks after this one. And that ball hit past the first baseman Dobrik and into right field. Smith will be waved around. The throw goes to the middle of the infield, and that allows Hanowich to go to second base.
Now batting
And
number
we get a
44,
courtesy runner
Manny
now at second
Ramirez.
base. So Smith running for Biggs goes to third. And a courtesy runner for IMG is Jose Eduardo. Second and third with nobody out in the sixth inning for IMG, already leading 7-1. And the batter is Manny Ramirez. First one to Ramirez, outside and low, ball 1. IMG in a position to add some more here in the sixth inning. And a ground ball is going to get at least one in. That's picked up on a short hop by Murphy, and the throw to Dobrik in time. An RBI ground out, though. Ramirez the first out of the inning, but Biggs courtesy runner Marshall Smith scores to make it 8-1.
Now batting number 25, Andrew Delacroix.
And Hanowich's courtesy runner Eduardo goes to third base as Andrew Delacroix is in. 2 for 3 today as Andrew had a solo homer in the second, an RBI single in the third. And the first one to him this time misses for ball 1. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for IMG in the sixth inning. They are up 8-1. And this one skied into shallow center field. Roran coming in. He's under it. The runner will tag and try to score. Here comes a throw to the plate. And out at the plate, Roran throws a strike to the catcher Huff. And it's a double play to end the inning as IMG adds a run in the top of the sixth. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's 8-1. Titans send up 2, 3, and 4 in the order in the bottom of inning number 6 as Josh Arndt takes a pitch for ball 1. Arndt batting .360 on the season with a double and 10 RBI. That was entering today's play. And pitch fouled off, and it's 1-1. And I don't know which Titans, but some of them for sure helped out their numbers because they scored 14 runs in their first pool game earlier today to hand the Tucson Badgers their first loss of the season. Tucson 6-0 entering the tournament, beat Chaparral earlier today, and then Arcadia turned around and beat the Tucson Badgers. 1-1 on Arndt. Max Schumann next for Arcadia. And a ground ball over to the right side, smothered by Hodge, and he'll throw it on to first base. And the leadoff hitter retired in the sixth inning.
Now batting number 5, Max Schumann.
Go, Max.
Schumann going after the first one and knocks that one foul and out of play. Schumann called out on strikes in the first and grounded out in the fourth. Batting .278, 3 homers on the year. And that one misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. One out with the bases empty in the bottom of the 6th inning. Arcadia trailing IMG 8-1. And a ground ball over to Hodge. A little easier play this time. Makes it again, and it's another 4-3 ground out. And
Now
there's 2 down for
batting
Tyler
number
Murphy.
3, Tyler Murphy.
Let's go, Murph. All right. Get us going. 2-out rally.
It's Hardy on the first pitch and a foul ball on the first base side for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Come on, Tyler. Stay tough.
Hanowich right back to it. The 0-2. And a fastball, that's high, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And that's fouled off. Murphy, a couple of walks up there today, but this time he is down on strikes. A called third strike. Tyler Murphy is out, and so are the Titans. They go 3 up and 3 down in the 6th. That's 9 strikeouts for Brett Hanowich. We head to the 7th inning. IMG leads Arcadia 8-1. 6, 7, and 8 in the order in the 7th as Jorge Davila gets it started. And he takes outside for ball 1. Gallagher and Murphy after him for IMG in the 7th as they try to add on some more here. Well, they've got a 7-run lead. They got to feel like they got a pretty good cushion here in the 7th inning. The next one outside, and it's 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. And that's outside, 3-0. Or he reached on an error his last time up and scored a run, but 0 for 3 today with that run scored. The 3-0 pitch. Swinging on 3-0, and he fouls it to the screen. And the 3-1 pitch. And a towering fly ball into left field. Pine actually went toward the line, and it'll be the center fielder, Roran, that's there to make the catch for the first out. You got to figure that Pine must not have seen that one off the bat.
Now batting number 15, Mitchell Gallagher.
Now Mitchell Gallagher. Gallagher 3 for 3 today with a couple of runs scored.
You know the Shap score today? Catch the score?
You mean our score?
Yeah.
7-1.
7-1.
And a pitch over for a strike to Gallagher. The 0-1. That's bounced in there, and it's a ball and a strike. One ball, one strike, one out of the bases empty in the top of the 7th. And the pitch is bounced in there, and it's 2-1. It's a new pitcher in there for Arcadia, Thomas Halter, pitching. 1-0 on the season, making his 5th appearance. A 1.17 earned run average. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. The 2-1 popped up just behind the bag at first, and that's down for a base hit. So Gallagher, a nice 4 for 4 day. Joberg did what he could to try to track that ball down, but he could not get to it.
Now batting number 20, Jackson Murphy.
And the batter is Jackson Murphy. Murphy's been on base all 3 times, a 2-run home run in the 2nd, a walk and a run in the 4th, and he was hit by a pitch in the 5th. One on, one out. And the first pitch to Murphy at the knees, a strike. The 0-1. And the pitch is low. It's 1-1.
My theory is we haven't won a championship here, so why give us
Alter, Bennett to waste. And the pitch is low, 2-1. 8-1 our score, playing in the top of the 7th inning. Arcadia wrapping up their day. IMG still with 1 more to go. The 2-1 and a ground ball, and that's through and into left field. A base hit for Murphy. And he's got a perfect day still going. 2 for 2, a walk, a hit by pitch. And the batter is Cameron Scott.
all the way across the board. Okay, that makes the schedule I saw for baseball. It's all the teams, you know, in our neighborhood.
Scott 1 for 3. He had a 2-run single his last time up. And the first pitch low for ball 1. The set of the 1-0 pitch. On the inside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. 2 on with 1 out in the 7th for IMG. The 1-1 pitch. That's over for a strike. You could see Scott wanting to pull the trigger there and didn't do it. The look back to second of the 1-2 pitch. That's high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gallagher at second, Murphy at first. IMG has scored in 5 straight innings, trying to add more in the 7th. The 2-2. That's inside, 3-2. IMG went 3 up and 3 down in the first inning, but since then 3 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 runs in the 5th, and 1 run in the 6th. The 3-2 as the runners go. And a ball lifted into right field, and right fielder Reynolds can't find it in the lights, and it's down for a base hit. And that'll load the bases for IMG in the 7th inning. And back to the top of the order for Carter Hodge.
Now batting number 8, Carter Hodge.
And the first pitch to Carter Hodge, over for a strike. Bases loaded, 1 out for IMG in the 7th. Alter ready. The 1-strike pitch. That's low. Huff keeps that one from going to the backstop, and it's 1-1. Corners up for Arcadia. Middle infielders pitching towards second base. They want to try to roll a double play to get out of the inning. Alter with a set of the 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball. That's bounced in. 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Hodge, who is 1 for 4 today. And a breaking ball. That's over for a strike, and it's 2-2. Now the set of the 2-2 pitch. And a fly ball hit well to left field. Going back is Pine. And it's a grand slam for Carter Hodge, and a big exclamation point for IMG in the 7th inning. Twelve to 1 now for IMG in the 7th inning. And the batter is Tyler Biggs.
Number 22, Tyler Biggs.
And Biggs takes a curveball for a strike. The 0-1. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball start of the inning, but then 3 straight base hits, and then a grand slam from Carter Hodge. The 1-1. It's inside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. The set and the 2-1. Off the end of the bat, fouled off on the right side, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. At the knees, a called 3rd strike. And Biggs is the 2nd out in the 7th. And a pinch hitter coming up for IMG. Enrique Kronstadt will bat in place of Brett Hanowich.
Now batting number 16, Enrique Kronstadt.
And Halter ready with a first pitch, and it misses for ball 1. Bases empty with 2 outs, but 4 in for IMG here in the 7th inning, and they lead 12-1. The 1-0. And the pitch low, 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Two and one on Kronstadt. And that one fouled off at the plate, and it's 2-2. And we look ahead to the Arcadia 7th inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7, Pine, Huff, and Delbrick. And the Titans with a bunch of work to do in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-2 pitch is bounced in, and it's 3-2. Another pinch hitter in the on-deck circle for IMG. The 3-2, and that's and another 3-2, and that one tapped back, and Halter has it. He'll run it part way and throw it the rest to first base, and the side retired. 4 runs for IMG in the 7th. It's 12-1. Luke Pine starts it off for the Titans in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a first pitch low for ball 1 from new IMG pitcher Julian Nolan. pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pine. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Hanowich, the starter for IMG, went 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run earned, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. He did hit a batter. And a breaking ball swung on and missed. So Pine's the first out in the 7th inning, and the batter is Sam Huff. Huff a ground out and a strikeout in 2 at-bats. And a first pitch, a ball. Nolan into the line of the 1-0. And that's bounced in, 2-0. Nolan, no record, no earned run average, making his 2nd appearance. He's thrown 1 inning, allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. The 2-0. That's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. 12-1 the score in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Other than Desert Mountain, looks totally south on the valley.
That one is bounced in, 3-1. Ryan Delbrook next for the Titans. Nolan into the line in the 3-1. And it's fouled to the backstop, 3-2.
Oh, is that? It's not open on Monday, Tuesday?
And the 3-2 pitch. And that's at the knees for a called 3rd strike. And Huff is the 2nd out.
Now batting number 6, Ryan
And
Dobrik.
the batter, Ryan Delbrook. First one to Dobrik is strike. The 0-1. And that one just about got him. Bounced in there, and it is ball 1. Arcadia just 2 hits in the ball game. They both came in the 4th inning. And the 1-1 grounded off the first base side. As a team, 11 strikeouts for the Titans, and which had 9 through the first 6 innings. And Nolan has come on and struck out the first 2 hitters he's faced. Ahead in the count here, 1-2. And it's a little bit high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still one more game tonight. IMG will stay right here at Arcadia and face Williams Field. The 2-2. That's low, and it's 3-2. Alex Reynolds next for the Titans. And a 3-2 pitch. And a line drive to Ramirez at first base. And that will do it as Delbrook lines out, and that's the ball game. Titans go up and down in order in the 7th inning of play. And we go final as IMG beats Arcadia by a final score of 12-1. For IMG, 12 runs on 14 hits, no errors, and 8 runners left on. For Arcadia, they score 1 run on 2 hits. They commit 3 errors, and they leave 3 runners on base. Brad Hanowich gets the win for IMG, and Chris Paulson takes the loss for Arcadia. The Titans fall to 1-1 in pool play. IMG wins their first game in their first try, 1-0 in pool play. Arcadia done for the day. IMG will face Williamsfield. That's coming up next. But again, our final score in this one, it's IMG 12 and Arcadia 1 from Arcadia High School. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. We'll talk to you again soon.